guy named Kevin Yoder is a Republican congressman from Kansas. Winds up going on a trip last summer to Israel. They visit some holy sites, they visit a bunch of places, and they're by the Sea of Galilee. And he decides that he's going to take off his clothes and jump in the water. Oops. Okay, so that turns out to get him in a world of trouble. When they asked Yoder about it, here was his response.
It's certainly not an incident that I'm proud of. It happened over a year ago, and something that was obviously a mistake on my part. And I want folks in the district to know that I'm apologetic for it. To the extent that folks are embarrassed or disappointed in me, I certainly feel regret for that. My wife and I, in this incident, we had wine at dinner. Alcohol did not play a role in the decision to jump in the water. It was a spontaneous moment where other members of Congress were jumping in, and I made the mistake of diving in, and I was in for about 10 seconds and got back out, and it's obviously a mistake and something I regret.
Dude, don't admit that alcohol did not have a part in it. Okay, say, oh dude, I was wasted. You know that wine that Jesus was, always making? Sea of Galilee, I'm right by it. I mean, I got tanked. Speaking of tank, it reminded me of Frank the Tank from old school. Like, come on guys, we're going streaking in the Sea of Galilee. What? Nobody's coming? Yes. There's Congressman Yoder.
Come on! We're streaking! Come on! Come on! We're running! Come on! Woo!
Congressman, come back! It's a bad idea. So now, among the reasons it's a bad idea is apparently some religious folks are offended because the Sea of Galilee is where Jesus Christ walked on water. So they say. Okay, which part of this story is more unbelievable? By the way, it turns out the Sea of Galilee, a lake. I didn't know that. I would have gone with Lake of Galilee. Nonetheless, so is Yoder guilty? How dare he do this? By the way, let me actually first say, did you notice that he also threw other members of Congress under the bus there? He's like, other members of Congress are gone. Apparently, congressional aides, members of Congress, but he was the only one that went streaking, like Frank the Tank. Oops. Other people kept their clothes on. Now, here's the reality. Not guilty. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Does this affect how he legislates? Now, how he legislates is the real problem, but put that aside for the purpose of this discussion. He was naked for about 10 seconds before he got in the water. What, his naked body touched the holy water? Oh my God, it's the Sea of Galilee. That's where Jesus, how could your genitals touched it? How could you? I don't know if you know this, but if you have swimming trunks on, your genitals still touch the water. People are so goofy. By the way, it's in Israel where they don't believe that Jesus walked on the water there. Otherwise, they'd be Christians. So they swim there, they take their motorboats out. I don't know if they also motorboat people. and my guess is that some people have done some pretty dirty things in the Sea of Galilee. I'm just guessing here, right? We did do that story about how 100% of Olympian swimmers pee in the pool. Okay, let's hope they don't go to the Sea of Galilee. But in reality, this has nothing to do with how he is as a congressman. The fact that he was naked for 10 seconds is entirely irrelevant to me. I'm sure he's naked longer in his house. So what, every person who was naked in public at any point for any period of time, anyone who was skinny dipping should immediately be disgraced and be driven from Congress. No, I don't care if he's a Republican or Democrat. It's irrelevant. Who cares? Have at it, Hoss. Go skinny dipping again. What do I care? But this country is obsessed with sex. This case wasn't even sex. It was like, oh my God, his genitalia was exposed by a holy site. Oh my God. Obviously, we can't have him legislating on Social Security. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man.